At 30, cultivate yourself. At 50, learn to bow. At 70, live with ease. Confucius once taught, "At 30 I stood firm. At 50 I understood my destiny. At 70 I followed my heart's desires without overstepping the line." Human life is divided into stages, each one a meaningful journey. If we begin cultivating ourselves early, the later years will naturally be lighter, more peaceful. As a great sage, Confucius left behind profound lessons recorded in many classical works. Among them, his teachings on the three milestones, 30, 50, and 70 years old, serve as timeless guidance for navigating life's path. Age 30. At 30, I stood firm. 30 marks a turning point into true adulthood. It's the age when one is expected to stabilize and define their place in society. For Confucius, standing firm didn't just mean becoming independent. It meant establishing one's character, career, and family. To establish oneself is to build integrity, cultivate virtue, and develop intellectual and personal strength. One must nurture independent thought, inner resilience, and the ability to stand on one's own, without reliance or dependence. To establish a career is to pursue a stable livelihood and strive toward a meaningful calling. This requires practical skills, personal strengths, and real-world experience. Career building is not only about success, it's about asserting one's value and purpose in society. To establish a family is to build a home. In modern times, many choose to marry later to focus on their careers. Yet from both a biological and emotional standpoint, 30 remains an ideal age to take on the responsibilities of being a spouse and parent. At 30, self-cultivation is essential. Whether to pursue career or family is a personal decision, depending on one's circumstances and life goals. Age 50. At 50, I understood my destiny. By 50, a person has usually experienced many ups and downs. With accumulated life experience, they begin to grasp the natural laws of life and society. This is the time to embrace humility, no longer reacting impulsively, nor resenting life's challenges. Physical strength may no longer be what it was at 30 or 40. That's why those in their 50s come to deeply value their health and begin taking proactive steps toward wellness and longevity. This is also a time for emotional discipline, learning not to let the heart be easily disturbed or the mind unsettled. After years of career building, financial stability has likely been attained. Now is the time to ease ambition, appreciate the spouse who shared life's journey, and cherish the relationships that have stood the test of time. Age 70. At 70, I followed my heart. Reaching 70, if one has upheld virtue and earned a place in society, life becomes peaceful and free. The storms of life have taught them how to flow with nature, not giving up, but learning to adapt and remain calm in the face of change. At this stage, health becomes more delicate, so people focus on doing what they truly love. Each person walks their own path. No journey is the same, but those who follow Confucius' wisdom and live each stage fully will find, by the time they look back at 70, a life worth living, rich with vivid, meaningful memories. If this message resonates with you, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss our next videos.